Hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna be doing another tier list video today. It's been a couple weeks since I did the Resident Evil one, the Resident Evil games tier list. It's fun to make. It's quick to make. Haven't been playing too many games lately, so I haven't updated many of the Let's Plays on my channel yet. But you know, it will eventually. Just whenever motivation hits me or when I'm in the mood to do so. But in the meantime, I thought, hey, let's do a tier list. And today we've got a pretty fun tier list. Not another Resident Evil, but a Persona tier list. And this is going to actually be Persona 5 Royale characters. So we're going to rank all the Persona 5 Royale characters. You know, the tiers, I kept it pretty basic this time. You know, kind of just a typical grading scale. You know, S being the best, like my favorite characters. A being characters I really like. B being characters I like. C being, they're whatever. I give or take. I don't really care too much for them. D being characters I actually don't like, and F being like my least favorite characters or characters that are complete shit that I can't stand. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Okay, so the first character is Joker. The character you play as. His name is highly debated in the Persona community. Is it Akira? Is it Ren? Is it there's other one I think. I think it's either Akira Kurusu or Ren Akiyama maybe. I don't know. I think he's called Akira Kurusu in the anime adaptation. But then like in spin-offs like the dancing game, he's called Ren Akiyama, I believe. So who knows? Let's just call him the Joker because that's what he's known as in Smash Brothers. That's all that matters, right? And I mean, this one, I mean, I'm just gonna give him a B because I think he is a very good template. As you know, since you can't create your own character, you know, he doesn't have much personality other than what personality you give him through the few like dialogue choices, which usually doesn't have that much consequence other than the confident. If you want to build your confidence, you need to answer the way they want you to answer, basically. But I think usually he's almost a C. He's kind of like a meh because you're seeing the world through him, so he's kind of, but he's not a generic like character for you just to see the world. He's got a cool design. He's got his persona outfit's pretty cool, and I mean he's got more than just generic to him, so I like him pretty good. And he's in Smash Bros. I mean, or actually, I mean, now you know what? I'm giving him an A. I think he actually is just cool enough, and his design's cool to warrant an A. I mean, I like him. I like seeing the world through him. I like, yeah, good character, good main character. I never like, I'm not playing him. I'm like, oh, well, I'm playing as just a weeb, so I respect it. Ooh, next we got Ryuji. Ryuji, I think Ryuji's also an A. He's just your bro bud, right? Like, kind of your first confident well, I guess he's not the first confident you meet technically. That would be, Igor. And even if you're talking about human confident, it would probably be Sojiro. So, but he's like your first new party member, and he's just, he's kind of just a rebellious kid that's hard not to like. He doesn't have like respect for authority necessarily, but he also can't stand when like the adults abuse their power. So he's a perfect member for the Phantom Thieves because he was screwed over. I mean, that's kind of the theme. All the Phantom Thieves are screwed over by adults at some point in their lives. They, that's what kind of brings them together. And yeah, he's actually, deep down he's a really good dude though. His banter with Morgana back and forth is great. You know, his banter with Anne is great. His great chemistry with those two, especially. And he's just Akira's best friend. That's the way I see it. He's Akira's best friend in the group. So up next, we got Anne Takamaki, aka a beautiful rose has thorns. Is that what she says? Oh, I should say Ryuji, aka Skull, is his fantasy thing. So Anna, and Takamaki, aka Panther. I mean, she's pretty cool too. I think I gotta put her on the A tier list too. I mean, they just make the default trio that's just so good and strong as the default trio human characters. Then you throw in Morgana, they're the OG4 party members, and they just work, man. And just works. She's kind of ditzy. She's kind of she's the foreigner of the group. She stands out by default. I love her like fire. She has a good fiery attitude. I never really saw her as a romanceable option for Joker. I just always thought, yeah, man, she's that cool chick friend. I always just think Joker and Anne have such a cool friendship. I mean, if you romance them, hey, more power to you. You're free to romance whoever you want to in the Persona 5 game. More power to you. I just don't see them that way. I just see this trio as just the trio that started it all. They're just good friends, and she's great. She's great. Okay, next we got Yusuke, aka Fox. Honestly, the first time I played through vanilla Persona 5, I didn't care too much. Honestly, didn't really like him. I kind of neglected him. He would have probably been in C, maybe D even, probably C. I was just kind of mad, indifferent. Playing through Royal, I used him a little bit more, and I kind of come to appreciate him. He's got a very nice, dry sense of humor. He's kind of awkward. He does not have a fear of speaking his mind, which I think is great. He has good chemistry with he has good chemistry with Futaba, sorry, and he has a pretty good chemistry with Anne. There's that running gag that he wants to paint her while she's nude. It's pretty funny. And I think he's good. He has a good chemistry with Joker too. If you build his confidence, it's such a unique. It's like a different level of friendship. It's like a different type of friend. In your real life, you probably have different types of friends. You have maybe you maybe have your main group, which is Ryuji and Anne, right? But then you have that other friend you see every now and then, and they're into some weird shit and different shit, and that's what you like about them. Yeah. That's Yusuke. I like Yusuke. I'll give him a B tier. Makoto Niijima. I feel like this is one of the most polarizing characters in the Persona 5 / Persona 5 Royale, and here's the thing with Makoto, aka Queen. I love her. I love her. I'm sorry. In Persona 5, I romanced Akira with where is she? Tei Takami, the goth chick, doctor chick, because I have a weakness for goth chicks. That's the only reason. But I immediately regretted romancing the goth chick so fast because Makoto. Oh, I don't know what it is about Makoto, man. I can see why people see oh, she's annoying, she's stuck up, she's a buzzkill, and yeah, she kind of is all those things in a way. But that's what kind of endures me to her because it's all kind of a front. Once you peel the layers back on Makoto, she's someone that wants to not just be the stereotypical class prez, so to speak. She wants to get out there and live a bit. She has that desire, and it's she kind of realizes that by joining the Phantom Thieves. And I'll be honest, my headcanon is I do. I mean, I ship Ryuji and Ed. I really do. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I just think they have a good chemistry that kind of shows that they might have slight crushes on each other. I mean, that's like the one that's most like distraught when Ryuji kind of has his fake out death towards the end of the game. So I ship those two, and I mean, to me that leaves Akira and Makoto. I mean, I think it's the perfect ship for Akira. They just go together like peanut butter and jelly. Plus, Makoto as queen, she is so badass, bro. Her design and her Phantom Thief outfit, like, oh, Makoto, stomp on me, please, just stomp on me. I mean, it's those serious kind of vibes, bro. Good gracious, and she's just awesome. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people don't like her. I mean, I feel like on a lot of people's tier list, she's either gonna be A or S, or maybe even D or F. She's that polarizing. People like her, they don't like her. But I love her. She kind of, I mean, to me, she the Persona 5 waifu. It is what it is. Futaba, I can't, see, I leave, Futaba is Joker's little sis, right? So, I know there's some weirdos that, romanced Akira with Futaba. You weirdos. Y'all sick. Now, I guess it's okay. They're not blood related, but I mean, they're more or less. They got a brother sister bond, right? They really do. I mean, let's be honest. And I like Futaba. She's the stereotypical like computer geek, and they nail it perfectly. I mean, she's plus it's always a clutch, man, when she gets like one of those supports and like you're on the brink of destruction. And it's like she's just like I heal y'all. Sometimes she's so clutch in those battles. Oracle is her Phantom Thief name. I mean, yeah, I like Futaba quite a bit. I think Futaba belongs on the A tier with the main trio. I like her chapter in the game. I like the pyramid. It's really good. The pyramid is kind of the palace that stands out to me out of the game as like the best. Now in Royal, the new palace is pretty good. I really enjoyed the new palace. But out of the core original Persona 5 palaces, I mean, what do you got? You got the castle. It's fine. It's better in Persona 5 Royal. The museum is alright. It's good too. The bank, I think the bank's probably the weakest palace, but then the pyramid's great. Yeah, the people don't really like the space palace, but I think it's pretty good. And the ship palace is alright. Yeah, the pyramid's definitely the best palace. And Futaba's just a good, compelling character and a relatable character to the nerds that we are playing Persona. So we can relate to her, right? We're all big fucking nerds. Haru was kind of in the same boat as you. Well, Haru in the original Persona 5, I just didn't really have much time to rank her confident rank up, so I didn't really get to learn much about her. So if it was just based off of my Persona 5 playthrough, she would probably be like C. Well, I was literally, she was the definition of indifferent, like kind of with Yusuke. But Royale, I maxed her out, and I like her actually. I like her a lot. She's just such a nice person, bro. She's so nice, and almost it's almost overwhelming how nice of a person she is. How and she puts up so much bullshit. And she has a lot of tragedy with her dad, and then abusive, like fiance, and all this shit. But yeah, she still she's just so nice. What can you say? She's so nice and pleasant, and I really like her. I don't know if I like her as much as these four. I might like her as much as this. I think I don't know. Let's put her in B with Yusuke. I think she belongs with B and Yusuke. See, this is where you're getting to the strength of Persona. Like, look, these are all characters so far that are party characters, and look, nobody's lower than a B. That's the beauty of Persona 5. None of these cast members are. I mean, Makoto, she's polarizing, so some people are going to have her down, but To me, the cast, I just love them. Akechi is a pretty popular character. He's kind of cringe at times to me. I gotta be honest, but he's also kind of cool at times. Like I get what they're going for, and I think they execute it pretty well. I think Akechi's. I mean, he's a very enjoyable counterpart to Joker. Let's be honest. He's a great counterpart to Joker, and even though he makes me cringe sometimes, I think Akechi deserves to be in the A tier. I mean, he's a character that really keeps the plot going and forward, and very intriguing character. Especially even in Persona 5 Royale, he gets even more development, and it's good. It's good stuff. He's the old-fashioned villain slash anti-hero character. He's the Vegeta. He's the whatever. But they execute it pretty well. So I respect it. I respect it. All right. So now we have Yoshizawa Kasumi, aka Sumire. Sumire is well, the twist that she took on the name of her dead sister kind of threw me for a loop, and that was incredibly sad and just wow. I mean, she's a great character, and even though I canon ship Akira and Mikoto in Royale, I'm sure a lot of people romance Samira right off the bat because she was a new character, and a lot of people that played Royale they probably played Persona 5 too. So, and did I regret romancing Mikoto over Samira? No, but the game really wants you to romance Samira in Royale, so she's probably the second best fit for Joker. Sorry, Makoto's still better, but to me, but to me, it's Joker's more of the mentor and she's the student. They kind of have a student. She calls him senpai. Blah blah blah. I think they have more of that kind of thing going for them than rather romantic. And I know in the game she confesses feelings. Like I mean, the game. This is like one of the. I think she's the only character that comes and is like, "I love you, dog. Yo, I love you." But I can, to me, it works better in my head that it's young. She's young. It's a young love thing. And what makes me like her so much better, though, is the bluntness of that. She's just like, I think I'm in love with you. None of the other characters might hint at that. They're like, I think I might like you. But she is certain, like, I'm in love with you. So if you romance her, that's cool. I expect that. But even when it kind of broke my heart to deny her love. I was like, I can't. I'm a loyal man. I'm already with my girl Makoto over here. But she takes the rejects. She takes the rejection so like wow, so well. It's crazy how well she takes it. She's just like, okay, I'm glad we can still be great friends. Like, and it's not in a sarcastic way. She's just so sincere, and it's pretty great. And like, one thing I will say about Haru, she's just like, if you reject her, she's just like very awkward about it. Kind of stunned that you reject her. But Kasumi, she's a great character, bro. And I think she's on the A tier. Yeah, she's just as good as all these fellers. Morgana is a B tier. I think Morgana is obviously the unique one, being a cat, but he's not a cat. But he is a cat, but he's not a cat. Makoto's the unique one, right? I mean, or Morgana is the unique one. I mean, I like Morgana. I mean, one of my friends love Persona. Can't stand Morgana, so he'd probably have him like down here. But Morgana is, great chemistry with Ryuji for the bantering. Great chemistry with Anne with the he simps for Anne. Futaba always messes with him. He's kind of the little brother. He's the little bro of the group. He's the little bro. You know, he thinks he's so cool and dashing and suave. He's the best, but he's just a little bro to everybody. You know, it works well for Morgana. B tier for me for Morgana. Igor, uh, Igor is a B2, I think, because in fact, let's just Igor. Um, is a B, and I think the twins are a B too. Because I mean, they're the Velvet Room, the game mechanic there, and they're Persona. Igor's Persona staple. He serves his purpose and he does it. He does it well. He's a very mysterious design. Like that design screams evil, and you're like, oh man, it's gonna be evil. And it makes sense that in Persona 5 that the Holy Grail is just using him as disguise. When you see the really, or he has a nice voice and he's like, ho ho ho, golly gee willikers. it's I mean, it's kind of obvious that there's something off with Igor, but Igor himself's not the evil guy. He was just being, used, so to speak. So it works. And I don't know. I almost want to put the prison wards up to A, Carolyn and Justine, because they have great banter back and forth with each other, and especially and to Joker especially. You know, one's a little bit more mean than the other. This one. I mean, Can I really put her above? Nah. I mean, I like how she embarrassed she gets when someone compliments her or she's nice. She's so hard. She's that great gimmick of being so headstrong and trying to be super militaristic. Like she's just she wants to be the drill sergeant, but she can't handle compliments when she has to compliment. Well, she can't handle compliments either way. Giving or she's so awkward when she tries to give you a compliment, and when she tries to receive a compliment, she can't handle it. I mean, Carolyn is probably better than Justine, right? Justine's the more stable one. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do the weird. I don't know. Nah, they belong together. They work in a duo. Justine's probably the more calm-headed one, but they work. They work good. They work good. Um, the what is this girl's name? The fairy they merge into or whatever. I'm putting her C. I'm indifferent. I like them better as the separated twin forms. Liz, what is this? What is this bitch's name? Lizway, something with an L, right? I'm just indifferent to her. Jose, 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 Jose. Okay, Jose is a new addition to Royale, and he's very intriguing and mysterious. And he adds a cool depth to Mementos. Another thing in Mementos, and I think Mementos, yeah, it was a nice addition to Mementos. Um, there's a mystery of who this man is exactly. Who is Jose? Who is Jose? Yeah, it's kind of intriguing. It really is. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't care that much. I mean, I'm glad he's there. I don't hate him, but I'm just kind of indifferent. I mean, he's more appealing than Fairy Bitch, so we could swap him out like that. But yeah. Oh, the man, the legend, Sojiro, A tier. I mean, this man's a legend, right? The man, he's so suave. That pink suit, he going out to the ladies. But no, it's so cool that he looks after Futaba and then even Joker, and he becomes, he cares. He's just a nice old man, right? He's just a nice older guy. He's not really an old man. He's probably what early 50s or so, late 40s, early 50s. What is it, Sojiro's age? Um, but he's awesome, right? I mean, he's the boss. They call him the boss. I mean, he's great. He's fantastic. Like Sojiro. I love that. I love him. Um, This guy. That guy's a D. Mishima? Oh my lord. He's annoying. I'm sorry. You know, I kind of feel bad for him because he's kind of awkward. Like, I can relate to him on a lot of levels, being awkward, maybe being bullied or whatever. But I just don't enjoy his. I just don't enjoy when I have to hang out with him that much, and I just don't enjoy, like, you know, he gets like during his confident build, he gets corrupted, and he has. I mean, it's an interesting take that he gets kind of like consumed. His dark or his heart darkens because of he's running the Fen site and blah blah blah, and you know he's using it to be popular in a lot of ways, and he kind of sees his error, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck, bro? Like, damn, okay. Like he uses the Phantom Thieves basically, even though they got rid of the dickhead gym teacher down here. Even though they got helped get rid of him who was abusing this man. He uses them for a good shot. I mean, at first, you know, I don't know. It's over exaggerated, honestly. How like geeky he is. He says shit like, "I think I just pissed my pants" or some shit. Like, like how is someone that like fucking much of a dweeb? But it's just almost it's very anime, right? But it kind of takes me out considering all these other great characters. Uh, this girl, this is Anne's friend. Oh, what is us? Uh. What is her name? Su. Shit. She's not a confidant or anything, but she is a important plot in the first palace and important plot for Anne. She's just basically abused by um the gym teacher. She's basically abused by him, and yeah, she tries to kill herself. And she's very sympathetic. I mean, you know, but she has a great friend in Anne and the fan of these ultimately. And she recovers and moves away, basically, so she doesn't have to be in the plot the rest of the way, except mentioned through Anne's confidently. I mean, she serves a purpose. C rank. um. Oh boy, we got Sai Nijima, my girl Makoto's sister. I like Sai. I do. She's kind of a bitch to Makoto because she's stressed at work. I mean, you see how much she works and what she's having to deal with. Like you get why she's stressed. She's a cool character though, and she really comes down to earth. I mean, she's cool. She's one of the good adults, right? Cool design. She's a Nijima. She's just not as cool as her sister, Makoto. Makoto's better, but I think Sai's a, you know, in her casino palace is. You know what? That's the palace I forgot. You know, when I was mentioning Pyramid Palace is the best. Maybe, probably Sai. I don't know. Sai's. Oh man, people watching this probably gonna be like, "Really? You forgot the casino palace?" The game literally starts off in the casino palace, and that's when Joker gets captured, and then it goes back in time. Like, my bad. You're right. The casino palace is probably the most iconic palace in Persona 5. Obviously, I still think Pyramid's my favorite, but Casino is probably the second best for sure. Um, Side Nijima though, it's between B or A, man. I think she's a B. I think she's right there. If I were to rearrange these, I'd probably go like this. Some like, I don't think it was fun the way it was. Honestly, maybe like that. Yeah, something like that maybe. But I dig it. I like Sai a lot. She's cool. B tier. think it's a good spot for her. Boy, yeah. I kind of want to skip this man because the old counselor. The old counselor. So the other new big addition to Persona 5 Royale is this guy, obviously. And he has a very interesting, like, he's kind of low played. Like, he's like, oh, he's a new confidant, whatever. He's not in your party, obviously. He's an adult. But it makes sense they would have a counselor to come in after the events for the gym teacher. So his inclusion feels natural, but uh it's ultimately like Maruki's his name, by the way. I didn't say his name. Maruki is obviously like, he turns out to be the main villain of Persona 5 Royale or the extra villain, I guess, after Shido. And I really like this story. It's very kind of heartbreaking with his fiance. It really touched me. And he's one of those villains that are like, he's the villain. He's kind of self-aware. He's doing some fucked up shit, but it's for the ultimate goal. But he's a good dude. He's got a good heart, and it's just tragedy has led him down this path. And it's one of those like very conflicting. It's one of those very conflicting like debates of, would this be better? This would be a world where no one has pain, or blah blah blah. But would that even? Then the other side is, yeah, but is it right to actually change that without everybody's consent? Is it right to just take everybody's current lives away? It's one of those things. And Maruki is a great character, and I enjoyed his the extra 20 hours at the end of Persona 5 Royale. He made it worth it. It's so very good. So very good. I really like Maruki, and he always gives you snacks, right? So I honestly think Maruki. I think he's an S tier character. I do. I think he's that intriguing. I think he's an S tier character. Like, he's great. Kawakami. 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 Part of me wants to put Kawakami in S too. Oh man. I think she's right here with Sojiro. Just two kick-ass adults that support you. She's an awesome character. She kind of she's kind of cold and not very friendly at first. She's just kind of, your first impression of her is just a woman that's going through the motions, which is what she is, because she got close to a previous student who unfortunately was in an accident, and then she's getting blamed for it by the parents, and she's having to take on the secondary maid job to pay bill. Like, she's being used and taken advantage of. And once you get to know her more, you feel so bad for her. Then you help her, and you kind of see she's a great person, man. It's like she knows who Akira is, but she creates a special bond with her student. And I know a lot of y'all romanced her. Trust me, I thought about it too. I was like, yo, what high schooler didn't want to? What high schooler didn't have a teacher they wanted to fuck at some point? Let's be honest. Let's be real. Kawakami, look at it. I mean, she got it, bro. Look at that. She still got it. She ain't let all that stress age her that much. I mean, she's still going, she's going around looking pretty fine for herself. I mean, but I didn't look at it that way. I just think, Joker's just a cool guy. He's just helping his teach out, trying to help her out. And she rediscovers his passion for teaching, and it's great. It's great stuff. Tei Takami is an S tier character. I'm sorry, bro. She's goth and she's hot. All right, fine. I'll give you more reasoning than that. She I love the tropes of like she's goth, you know, and a lot of people have that. There's still that stupid stereotype. Oh, goth means they're kind of. She does have that dominatrix kind of kink side when she's like, she calls you her little guinea pig, and I mean, she definitely is the dom in the relationship if you romance her, but she's a nice person, man. Her motivation is she wants to help a little girl. She wants to help a little girl get through a sickness. Like she's a doctor for a good reason. She even moves to this part to help out people that can't really afford much, you know. She just wants to help people. And that's what a doctor should do. And I love her design, and she's the shop, where you get all your medicine. She's very crucial, right? She's very crucial, and she's fucking hot, bro. She's so hot. She made me, plunge into a romance with her as soon as I could. Like I couldn't resist. Like, come on, bro. Makoto's stolen my heart as like the wifey waifu, but Tei Takami is the appearance waifu. Like, good god. Anyways, Hifumi. Hifumi is pretty cool. I mean, she's pretty cool. I think she's a B. I think she's a B right here. She's pretty cool. I mean, she's pretty laid back. Like, she's kind of got a messed up relationship with her mom. Her mom's just kind of pushing her to be this star. Is it Shogi? Shogi star. So she just kind of sits at this church, plays the shogi, and I feel like there's a lot of relatability to her because she's not overly like animated in one way or the other. A lot of characters in Persona are kind of very strong into one kind of personality trait, which I'm not against that. Some people are like that, obviously, but Hifumi is kind of like she just kind of goes with what life is dealing with her, like the hand she's dealt with, so to speak, and but she's so interesting and fascinating when you talk to her. Sometimes she doesn't have a lot to say, and sometimes she does. When she does open up and start like speaking to you, it's like you're just always so intrigued. You're like, oh yes, let me learn more about you. She's cool. She's cool. Aha. So we got Mr. Gun Shop on her. Mm, what is his? Iowa is his name, right? Iowa. What is his other name? I don't remember his other name, but he's cool as fuck. I think he's just mostly known as Iowa. Um, Iowa is he's funny. He's like he's a former Yakuza member, and he's selling like airsoft guns and shit. And he's crucial to the Phantom Thieves because they buy the airsoft guns and they turn into real guns in the palaces. Hey. But I like his story. He's got like an adopted son. He really loves and cares for his son. He just doesn't want his son to know he's a former Yakuza and blah 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 blah. And the son's like, Dad, I love you. Just tell me the truth. And it's not gonna make me think less of you all. And it's just a heartwarming story about a Yakuza member turned into a good old dad figure. Uh, I enjoy him. I do. I think he's a B with these guys. He's a good character. Oh, another thing about Tay is her shop music is amazing. Dun 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 da 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 ba da ba da ba da 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 ba da ba da 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 ba da ba da da da. Okay, that's enough of that. I probably butchered that shit. Oh, the reporter chick. What is her name? What is her name? It starts with an O, don't it? It starts with an O. She's the devil confidant. What is her name? Ichiko Ohaya, or something like that, right? Ichiko Ohaya, Ichiko Oya, or something like that, right? Something like that. I'm sorry, I'm butchering her name. She's cool. She likes to get hammered. I relate. She likes to get hammered. I relate, and I love going to the bars she visits. This is such a with a cross dresser. Just wow, much relatable, much relatable. I actually really like her. She strikes me as like what late or young 30s, and she's on a vendetta to try to find her former partner. It's a good story. I like it. She's a B too. I think she's a good confident. Um, her confident abilities are trash, but we're more about basing this off characters. The characters themselves. Fortune fortune teller. Shit. One of the best confidence through abilities. Now I'm trying to remember her name too. Shit. Uh, it's not Hifumi. It's what is it? Chihaya. It's Chihaya, right? Let me Google just to make sure. I'm gonna Google it. Yep, Chihaya Mifune. She's one of the characters in the OG Persona 5 I didn't really get to rank up very much, but in Royale I did, and she's great. And she's from a little country village. She's kind of in the big city and got taken advantage of, and you break the shell, and by the end she's like, "Fuck it." I like it. I like her. I like her. I think she's another B character. She's solid. She's a solid confidant. I enjoyed ranking her up. And Yoshida, Yoshida, the politician, right? The son confidant. I like him, man. I really like this man. Honestly, I think so. The B tier is getting heavy. I think he's good, man. He's good. I mean, he's for being the older man, he loves the younger generation. He just wants to do right by the younger generation. And he's an admirable politician, a very rare sight to see indeed. Uh, he's so unique compared to I mean, I guess Sojiro's kind of in his age range, but other than that, he's very unique, confidant, and yeah, it's a different pace, and I like him. He's a good guy. Um, oh, stuff. What is this? What is his name? Shit, Shinya, I believe he's the Tower Confidant. Shinya. Let me Google that one too to make sure. I don't want to sound stupid. Let's see, Persona 5 Tower. Yeah, Shinya Oda. Okay. He's a C to me, honestly. I don't dislike him, but I also don't like really ever care too much about ranking up his confident. I mean, he's all right. He's the youngest confident, obviously. He's a little kid. I mean, he's good at a video game. And, I mean, he's kind of a dickhead to other kids, and it's his mom. His mom has him like his mom has taken a stance where don't be a fucking loser, basically. And it rubs off on him, so he's kind of mean to other kids, and he changed his mom's heart, blah blah blah, and he becomes a little bit more mature, basically. Right. So I mean, he's cool, a cool little kid. I mean, like I said, he's a C. I mean, it's ho hum. This bitch, this girl just a bitch to end. She's a fucking bitch ass model. Fuck her. I mean, like seriously, like I mean, why? I don't even know why she's on the list. She's not that. I don't even know her name. I'm not even gonna Google her name. She's just part of Anne's confidant. She's another model, and she's always doing dirty shit to fuck over Anne. Um, Yeah, I mean, she's already doing dirty shit fuck over hand, right? I mean, she's a piece of shit. Like, I mean, why would anybody actually ever rank her higher than F unless you just like want to bone her or something? But anyways, Kamoshida. I mean, I guess I should rate how they are as villains. I guess what I just said to her, then all these people should be an F because they're pieces of shit, right? So, but I mean, she's not even that compelling of a minor villain. She's just a snob bitch. So fuck her. I mean, I don't know, as a foil. Let me rank her as foil. It's as a foil, and I mean, she's a fine. I'll put her as a D. Like she has some sneaky like she kind of does that put on like she's being nice around the actor, like she's being nice to Anne in the like to face. Then the director comes and then she fucks over Anne. It's kind of evil, I guess. So damn, now that I'm talking about it, maybe I should put her up higher. Nah, she's a D. I'm putting her a D. Kamoshida is a. I mean, obviously he's a piece of shit, so he should be an F. But as a villain, I'm gonna rank him as their villain. How well of a villain they are. I think Kamoshida is an A because he is like a pretty dastardly bastard. He thinks he's the fucking head honcho of the high school, which he basically is. He's an Olympian medalist or whatever, and he just running ship. But he's a fucking asshole, right? He does some heinous things to his students, especially to this poor girl Shiho, and yeah, he's a good villain because he's a piece of shit. Madarame is also a piece of shit, of course, but he's not. I don't think he's as memorable as Kamoshida. So I'll put him as a B tier villain. He's pretty heinous though. I mean, it's not as heinous as Kamoshida. He play. I mean, it's still bad. Use all these kids, to make all these artworks for him. Then he just takes their art and uses it as his own, and he's basically sucking the potential out of all these students. It's pretty. Actually, it's pretty fucked up. So yeah, he works as a villain. He's a good villain. Especially to Yusuke, obviously. So then we have this guy in the bank. No, that's compelling. He's just a basic mafia guy. Haru's dad, pretty good villain. He's a piece of shit, but he also it's heartbreaking for Haru. Shido's a pretty good villain. He's an ultimate piece of shit. The principal, whatever. This guy's a piece of scumbag shit. I'm putting him so scumbag shit, and I could do without his existence. F tier. Yeah, let's wrap that shit up real quick. That's the Persona 5 Royale character tier list, guys. Let me know what y'all think. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Actually, I mean, I can't stand that. That guy's going to D. Anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Peace.